Sync. Hey, today is February 8th, 2020. This is my general log. I need to get into the habit of skimming all of my notes. One of my first note today is to condense the notes. I've got a bunch I can toss out. They're done. No use holding on to a bunch of garbage. So that's what this is. It's not garbage, so per se, but it is what it is. Something good. I need to quit saying more programming ideas, writing, and I've got some lemon. I ate a lemon yesterday. I've got some lemon seeds. I'm gonna try and make into a. I'm gonna peel the skin. I've let them dry out. I'm gonna see if I can get them to germinate today. I'm gonna boil some water. I think that way it's definitely sterile. And then I'm gonna do that. Let's see, how have I been? I've been playing a game. I kind of overdid Minecraft. I could tell I was doing it, yet I still did it. So I've been playing a couple of different games. I've been playing Plague Inc. Kind of motivated by coronavirus. I mean, I haven't played the game in a while. It's interesting. It's fun. I do enjoy it. It gives you a different perspective. I find these simulation style games give me an interesting insight into things. It's like Caesar 3 gave me loads of insight into the way the Romans probably thought. They were busy trying to manage things. They weren't so. They were almost sophist-like in their deification. Oh, I've got some glare right here from. Yeah, I should. Well, and whatever. I'm gonna have multiple camera angles eventually anyway. I've doubled up the amount of reading of the Bible, so now it should be 2 days. I had doubled it up a long time ago, as you know, if you are a regular. Now I've doubled up, so every day is double what I used to. Single. That's good. Today I'm going to take a nice long bath. I've noticed my socialization. The simulation, The Sims, I have a different mentality towards. I might make a game. I think I might start making games that are analogs of existing games I enjoy, my version of it, just so I can get a feel for the mechanics. I can try and introduce the mechanics into other games as a practice sort of thing. And The Sims, you have your different bars of needs. My sleep need is I'm starting to get that one filled. My socialization, I didn't realize how low my socialization was. I think I was partying a lot. That was the last time I filled it. And I overdid it because I'm used to it being low. The Discord has definitely filled it. Last night I was in a long conversation. I didn't say a word. My entertainment is almost filled. Minecraft, I have been overdoing it on that. I know the data on that for children, and I assume it's probably similar for adults, especially if you're trying to build up your mind. It's just we don't have studies on adults necessarily yet, and of course there's lots of other chaos in an adult's life. A child's life is very orderly, generally speaking. They have similar diets, similar demands. They're all in school. There's a lot more controlled variables with children. So socialization is. I've never really had that. The other day, I was bored, but everything was full except for maybe my hunger. But I managed to satiate my hunger. One of the gentlemen on the Catholic server gave me a tip that helped me. That really does make a huge difference. And if you have all your bars full, if you've ever played The Sims, which started as an architectural efficiency simulator, you know that filling your statuses makes you so you can do more productive things. And the other day I started cleaning. I folded all my laundry is what I did. I did start a little bit of cleaning, but mostly I folded my laundry. Then I burned out on that. I got tired of it. And I've laid down. My comfort is low. So instead of taking a shower, I'm going to take a bath. I've gone on two tangents and have two ideas floating around right now. I need to end the one. The one I went back away from it because it was a tangent, but I should have stayed on it maybe. Or tabled it in my mind rather than bring it up. I do way too much verbal thinking. I don't do enough planning my words ahead type thing. I do plan a little bit, but I do have a habit of bringing up the tangents. I'm not sure. Writing hopefully will start. I started writing today. I'm gonna add 5 minutes writing, so I'm gonna take a 5 minute break and then start 5 minutes writing. I think I'm gonna write on my. I'm gonna start writing a book. I'm not sure if I'll ever finish it. I'm not sure if I'll stick with it because I am planning on doing Aesop's Fables as another active activity, but I want to do that as a production activity. So this will be just more of a practice writing for me, and the book will be on my. Well, I'm gonna playing with ideas for names. One idea is 5 minutes to success, and the idea is to tabulate my understanding. It's like I've really enjoyed Mark Ripto's strength training, and I want to accept. I have extracted some information from that, and I've applied it elsewhere. And I've also refined my methodologies elsewhere as well. So I want to kind of take all that refinement and write it down, write a book, see if I can. And that's the idea. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, or if I should be writing out a journal entry, a narrative. But that's part of Aesop's Fables. We'll see, of course. The writing, once I get up to the point where I split that, it'll split. I'm getting close to splitting this stream as well. I'm going to split it into programming. I'm not presenting enough. I've noticed that. Shoulders back, stand up straight. I am speaking with my hands. I'm just in a pacing. Normally I do this pacing and thinking to myself. I'm not doing it with intent. And that's the main difference is between this habit and my existing habit is the intent to produce something, get it out there to myself again, get it out there to the world, get it out there in general. Let's see. Losing weight in a healthy manner, it appears. I'm still putting on muscle with my training. I probably should add, we'll see how it goes when I split this stream. The writing will be that's one that could add some shakiness to the habits. So tangent. I got distracted and it didn't stay focused. Again, those ideas, I need to tabulate them and use them later. Maybe writing is supposed to help with that, with your thinking cohesively like that. So hopefully it does well. In school, I could write well. I just never was given a topic I liked. All the topics were, of course, as education is, indoctrination. So I think I could have easily aced the courses if I was given more freedom on what I was allowed to write on, rather than being given these leading questions that are propagandic in nature, looking for a specific type of answer. Like the quality of my writing, like it was sad. It was sad because I couldn't produce a higher quality work because work wasn't bad. My first university English style, it wasn't English, it was but my first essay in university, I got a B+ on my rough draft, which is the highest grade I've ever gotten in such a thing. And if I'd refined it anymore, or maybe if I'd had better instructors in school, I can't blame the instructors because they were doing what they were told. I can, because that's why you end up with prison guards beating prisoners and soldiers committing war crimes. And the individual ultimately is the one who has the decision to make to go along with an action. Yeah. Anyway, the Sims, as I was saying, it's a linear. So your bars, as you get hungry, it goes linear. And humans are very logarithmic. Like if you interpret something as twice as bright, it's likely, I think it's 10 times as bright. Maybe it's a more natural logarithmic. It could be 2.8 times. I'm not sure the exact numbers, but I do know we're logarithmic. For hearing, it's 10 times. Like we measure in decibels, which is a logarithmic scale. It's 10 times louder for it to register the next sensor. So it's like you have your finest senses, which just measure the slightest bit. And then as you put more pressure in, more stimuli on whatever sensor it is, it takes more for the next signal to be sent, a lot more. And then the next, and it's a logarithmic. So, you feel so much force, then you feel a lot of force. That lot of force is 10 times as much before where you feel double. And if you look at the way Indigenous and Aboriginal people before they were educated, or even often when they're not educated these days, they do numbers linearly. You ask them double the herd, they'll go based on the logarithm. That herd's 10 times larger. That's the one that's double. They don't have the concept of linear. So it's a learned thing, and it's a valuable thing for accuracy and for building and all the stuff we use it for. But for mine, it's logarithmic. So on the sim scale, and my version of the sims, which I probably should make as a base. Actually, I should add that as a mechanic for my game. And we're at the 10-minute mark, so I think I'm going to start talking about programming. Yeah. The instead of getting hungry on a linear scale, it's like if you're up here to here, make it logarithmic. So the lower you go, you can feel hungry here, but twice as far is actually it feels a lot more, especially quicker. I think it's logarithmic this way. So from here to here, but you still got all of this, but here you're still feeling pretty hungry. And then from here to here, you're not feeling much different, but you still have all this life left in you, type thing, for entertainment, for everything. And I think that's more analogous to real life. So I'm going to relax. Everything's full for me. My hunger was low, but I think I've satisfied it. I feel satisfied. I'm not hungry. I've definitely been given a serious boon to that. Like a good tip on the human system. I mean, if you look up nutrition, you'll probably find it too. I don't want to give it away. Oh, maybe I should. If you aren't eating, if you're fasting, my buddy, he fasts, he said, for 3 days, salt. A little bit of salt to your water makes you feel a lot better. And it does. It satiates my hunger. And potassium, I've been getting potassium and drinking tons of other things that have potassium in them, so I haven't been feeling it too much. I gotta look at my time. It's 13:30. We're getting close on time. So I've got to mention all 4 of my ideas. The first one, okay, the game, the D&D style game, mechanics for that. I want to make it very ambiguous so that you can apply your own filter on it. I want to give a GM control to it. The second one is a bank, so you can lend your money to people. Instead of putting it in a bank, you lend it out to people, and those people pay you back. You set your terms. I've got to learn some law for that one, so that one might be a little bit long stretch. The voluntary government, where you vote with your money. You vote and you have everyone a direct democracy. I want to create a direct democracy app where everyone gets to say, I want to give it secure with crypto. I want to flesh it out so every ideology can have representation accurately on it, and to kind of give it a base so that when people are introduced to it, it's like, okay, they can vote on everything they want. We can flesh it out as it goes. And the last one, and of course, each one of these will be a split. I'll start working on the last one's my efficiency. I guess that's it. And eventually, when I split my programming stream, I will be splitting it into those 4 different programs. Bam. Hey, have a good one.